Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a relatively decent setup to the upside here on crude oil. We had the sellers try super aggressively to slam the market down, and they're all but failing. And even more interestingly, they're failing directly on top of the channel lows that have come into play several times already. So you can see with these huge bear candles, that massive drive lower, that should have easily seen some follow through, and that's exactly what didn't happen. So with that lack of follow through, I'm really just kind of looking to ride this right back up, knowing that the sellers aren't seeing what they want to, and they'll likely start getting stopped out, especially above the highs here at around 33.30, and definitely above the high a day at 52. So lots of interesting areas here. I'm going in with forward contracts at 33.20. The stop is going to be below the below this candle here. Haven't been filled yet, but if it comes close to the stop, I can just move it. Entry at 33.20, and I'm looking initially at least up to the upside target here, and I'm going to be taking 3 contracts off there because that's really where I want to see the buyers grind up to. Now, after that, we can definitely look at potential channel highs as the final objective, and that's an easy place for a lot of buyers to want to take some profit off of. So right now, the channel highs are at 33.55. That will change as more and more candles form. So now we just need to wait to see if we can get that fill to the upside. Everything looking really good. This is kind of the do or die time though for the buyers, where if they're not able to trigger this in, the sellers will likely see that as a sign of weakness and they'll start hammering this back down. So everything is riding on a trigger above with our entry at 33.20. As long as we can get that, then I'm looking to the upside for the high of day, as well as above to the channel highs for a hopefully relatively large move, at least the distance of this drop lower. So that's kind of what we're looking for right now. We'll wait to see if we can get our entry, and then we're looking for 33.47 next. All right, buyers pushing into our, or at least near our objective, tested, filled. There we go. We get the target off at that first initial area, and this is primarily where I'm expecting to see a decent amount of selling pressure coming in, because a lot of buyers are going to be doing the exact same thing. They want to see this high of day tested. I'm just front running it a little bit. So instead of putting my target directly on 33.52 and just kind of asking for trouble, I would rather front run it a decent amount so I know that I get filled, because I'm expecting a lot of selling up here. So everything is following through exactly how we wanted to see it, still looking for the target above at the channel highs, and you know, we may be grinding around here for a while until we get that. Something to keep in mind is there is a potential for some kind of intermediary support and resistance. Now, we did just break through that area, so as long as we stay above this, we should be perfectly fine to continue up to get that channel high. But if we start seeing failure around this area, it would be a good idea to potentially exit early, just knowing that the support area that's supposed to be holding price up isn't doing that, and it could be seen as a sign of weakness. So far so good. Everything looking really good. In terms of the first target here, from our entry point to the first target, taking 3 contracts off at 47, that's 27 ticks. And again, you know, the channel highs, this target's going to move around. Right now it's at 40. You know, depending on where price is by the time we actually get up to the channel highs, if we make it that far, it could be 40, it could be 70. It all just kind of depends. So we'll give it a little bit more time, see if we can get that move higher into our channel high targets. Seeing the buyers pushing into the high of day here, we're nearing our target. Right now the channel highs is at 33.64, so that's going to be where I'm looking to take my profit off of. I do have my stop locked in as well at 33.43. Given the fact that, I mean, keep in mind, this is a 5-minute chart. We haven't seen a single red candle for, you know, a decent amount of time, and we had a little doji kind of in the middle there, but no red candle formations here in the 5 minutes. So because of that, I don't want really this aggression to turn around. So if we start seeing some weakness up here on the move, I want to make sure that I get out. There we get the target filled anyway, but just kind of demonstrating, you know, the significant amount of power that we're seeing right now. I want to make sure that, you know, this doesn't stop until we get my target filled, and if we can't get the target filled, then if we start seeing this weaken up a little bit, just exit with what the market has given you. So overall, from the entry point, we got 27 ticks as well as 43 ticks off at the final objective at the highs. Now, in terms of overall profitability, profitability. We're looking at a total of 125 ticks, so 1,250 on the trade with only 4 contracts. Definitely not bad at all. And that's going to do it for me. Good enough, especially with kind of how slow this day has been moving. Disregard this massive candle forming right now, but I'm not really super interested in taking any more risk. I'll lock it in and bring it to the bank. So that's going to do it for me. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.